Now we have a session on adapting to the new normal of IVF industry by Vishwanath Swarup, Chief Operating Officer, Bharat Serums and Vaccines Limited. Welcome, Mr. Swarup.
Joining our next session is Mr. Vishwanath Swarup, the Chief Operating Officer, India Business, Bharat Serum and Vaccine Limited. Mr. Vishwanath Swarup is a business leader with experience across emerging and developed markets. He has a rich experience across the healthcare value chain in the areas of strategy, operations, sales, and marketing with the objective of serving patients. Today, he'll be touching upon the various aspects of IVF and how Bharat Serum and Vaccine Limited is helping the fertility segment to bloom in India to the hilt. Welcome, sir. Welcome, and thanks for making time and participating in the second virtual edition of ET Health World Fertility Conclave. Over to you.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the Times Group and also ET Health World for organizing this event. You know, this is a critical and unfortunately a growing problem in our society, the problem of infertility. You know, if you take a step back, this is one of those areas that any couple which gets together, that's their life dream. Of course, everybody wants a good life, a healthy life, etc. But at the end of the day, it's all about, you know, how do we kind of have a baby and look forward to that. So it's a very important area with significant emotional content and connect that people have. Now, unfortunately, in India, there are close to 28 million couples who deal with this issue of infertility. Please realize the words that I'm using. This is not a disease. This is not something that is not possible in today's day and age, but they go through this condition or issue of infertility. That's a big number, 28 million, and that's in our country alone. Now, this space, if you look at it on the numbers side, we were continuing to see more and more couples come out and get the required treatment to deal with this. But unfortunately, over the past 2 years, what has happened is we've all dealt with COVID. Now, due to the restrictions imposed, and rightly so in the greater good, a lot of these couples could not get access to this treatment, right? We have seen reduction in the number of couples seeking this treatment as high as about 80%, right? So you can imagine, on one hand, the size of the problem is so big, on the other hand, losing access to get to this treatment. And that's the context, that's the background of what we're dealing with over here. Now at BSV, our context, of course, this happens to be our golden jubilee year, our 50th year of existence. And we operate with only one thing, and one thing at the center of what we do is patient focus and driving better outcomes for our patients. Of course, we do it by launching and bringing to market some first in the world and first in India products. We have close to 15 worldwide patents. We have recently launched a product which has a worldwide patent. So we are innovating in India, for India, and across the world. We are a proud Indian biopharma company. We, of course, have product ranges which are relevant to this therapy area, the gonadotropins, the recombinant technology. But as BSV, when we looked at this situation, the size of the problem, the issues that the couples are dealing with, we took a call to action and saying, what can we do to help this space, help these couples? And I think I'm very happy to talk about what we've been able to accomplish over the year and a half, the last year and a half. Well, first of all, I think is driving affordability. Let's be honest, some of these treatments tend to be a little bit more expensive when you're considering the income levels of a young couple. So one of the things that we have launched is what we call as BSV with you. BSV with you is an umbrella program that brings a lot of these services and facilities to these couples, to these aspiring couples. One of them is microfinancing. Now, I can give the details of that program, but what is very important to note is that as we look back, we were able to provide microfinancing services to nearly 150 couples. And this is financing at near 0% interest rate. So what we've been able to do is bring this cost of treatment into small monthly installments that these couples can afford. As part of this BSV with you initiative, we've also launched a knowledge hub for all the doctors who can access this portal for free and gain access to the latest development in this space. We've been able to use this platform to drive awareness as well. Now, we were all living in a virtual world for the past year and a half. So a lot of our camps that we've done in terms of driving awareness amongst the couples dealing with this, last World IVF Day, we were able to reach out to close to 10 million, yes, 10 million people to tell them that, yes, there are other people dealing with this condition and there are treatments which are very affordable now available in the market. In addition, as we are getting back to this physical world now, or I should say back to the physical world, we've got physical camps to drive awareness. And over the last year, we were able to do about 50 camps, which touched about 2,000 couples. We've also enhanced our partnership with some of the leading bodies in this area, like ISAR, IFS, and FOXY. Now, partnering with them is very, very important because they ensure that the right message is given to these couples, the right counseling is provided to these couples, and the right treatment protocols are followed. So like I said, we're taking action in this space, but we are not done yet. We've got a clear agenda going forward. Talking about affordability, like I said, we've been able to provide microfinancing services to close to 150 couples. But our objective is not 150 couples. Our objective in the near term is to reach at least 1 million couples in this space and provide them with these services. And that's what we are working on. As part of BSV with you, we will ensure any and every couple who require this treatment can get this treatment, and financing is not a hurdle in their way. That's our mission. We also look to increase the awareness, the physical awareness camps that we are doing and touch at least 50,000 couples this year. Now that's again something as market opens up, people get back to normalcy, we will continue to drive these physical camps, again with the objective of driving awareness of this space. Last, I would also say, we are focusing on bringing innovation to the space. And innovation is not just restricted to the biopharma products that we have, but innovation around digital outreach, digital counseling services, and also focusing on devices and diagnostics that can help drive better outcomes for these couples. These devices and diagnostics will help our clinicians better manage the process of IVF, which will eventually lead to a more successful pregnancy and higher rate of successful pregnancies. Now, one more very, very important thing. The government has recently passed the ART bill and the Surrogacy Act. One of the important agendas that we are picking up for next year is partnering with ISAR, IFS, and FOXY to develop a program that can help all the fertility centers become compliant to this new act. The government has very clear intent to ensure that there are very clear guidelines in this space. Now, this will require a significant change from the current practice. And we at BSV will ensure that we handhold these fertility centers and get them compliant to this new regulation which the government has announced. Now, they always say, we all kind of work hard to put food on the table, etc., but eventually it is all about building your family. And I think this space is close to everyone's heart and comes with a lot of emotion of how do you get the joy of having a child. As BSV, we'll continue to work in this space in partnership with the clinicians, in partnership with the IVF centers, the IUI centers, and ensuring more and more couples have access to the right treatment and ensuring better outcomes from them. Once again, I would like to thank the ET Health World and the Times Group for touching upon such an important and critical subject given where we are as a society. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Vishwanath, for telling us the path the BSV is edged out for the fertility segment, focusing on driving affordability and awareness for IVF patients, and what is the next step. Touching upon every aspect. Thanks a lot for your time and for your availability for the conclave.
Thank you, Mr. Swarup, for all the updates and the knowledge on adapting to the new normal of IVF industry. Now we'll take a short break. Stay tuned, everyone.